Hello and welcome everybody. This is Dot from Dragonfly Soul Tarot and thank you for joining me this week. Today we are doing something a little different. I am doing a tribute to Chinese New Year and I'm doing something I'm calling the Year of the Dog, Luck, Joy and Abundance Fortune Spread. So what I have here is the Fortune Teller's deck, and you may notice that these are not tarot cards. These are just regular playing cards, but they have a little extra illustration on them, and I really, really love these cards. And what it is in the diamonds we have spring, in the clubs we have summer, in autumn we have as the hearts, and spades is the winter. So as not to take out these four cards from the deck, what I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute the four cards from a different deck. Alright, so we're taking the aces out and we're going to be using just a regular playing cards deck. So this will be spring and your fortune during the spring. This will be summer, this will be autumn, and this will be winter. So the upcoming spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Okay, so let me just make sure. I think I put that one in backwards. And these are really, really lovely playing cards. They kind of have a little bit of a sepia tone to them. I haven't used them too much. I haven't read with them in a while, so I may be a little slow in some places. But I think these are the best cards to use when doing this spread. I've chosen it because I read in the author of these cards, whom is Jane Lyle, in her book. She mentions that playing cards may date back as far as the 14th century, invented by Chinese, possibly because they used playing card sizes money at that time. So something about that. Nobody was actually there. Nobody knows for sure, right? So let's use these ones as the Chinese reading today. The Chinese luck, joy, and abundance reading. So I'm going to pull 3 cards for each of the Chinese zodiac, and if you don't know the Chinese zodiac, I have the dates down below. So let's begin. Those born in the year of the dog, let's begin. So, oh, I have not cut the cards, so let's cut those now. Sometimes I do it before I start the camera, sometimes I do it afterwards. Okay, so the first card for you is the 3 of Spades. Okay, and the Queen of Clubs. We have the Ace of Clubs. Alright, in the summer you can look forward to the Ace of Hearts, the 6 of Hearts, and the 5 of Diamonds. All right. Okay, so in the autumn we can look forward to the 10 of Clubs, the 8 of Clubs, and the Jack of Hearts. All right. And finally we have for winter, the first card is the 2 of Spades. The next card is the 5 of Spades. And finally we have the 3 of Clubs. Alright, those born in the year of the dog, let's take a look. Well, first off, I see the very luckiest card, I would have to say. Well, next to the 9 of Hearts, we have the Ace of Clubs right there in your springtime zone. Although there is a little wrinkle in the ointment here. There's something that is out of balance. It's possible you are working too many hours at work, but your life is not balanced. You're doing too much of one thing and it's hurting something else, and it may be hurting this other person here. If this is you, you are you have dark hair, green or brown eyes, or if this is your partner, this is a physical description of them. This is someone in your life who is feeling the ramifications of this particular energy here of you being out of balance. And the interesting thing though is that this is such a lucky time of year. You may not even realize how out of balance that you are. Stuff is happening to you. No matter, it's like one of those things. It's like a reverse Murphy's law. No matter what starts to go wrong, it always ends up all right. So you have this tremendous luck, even though something is out of balance, even though you don't see it. Someone is trying to tell you that you need to examine your life a little bit and see where this particular imbalance is and try to correct it. If you did, you would have so much more luck. But as it is, this lucky card, this lucky energy is just trying to balance out this this imbalance. You know, like this is imbalance towards the negative. It's always imbalanced towards the negative. So if you're working too much, it's throwing the rest of your life out of whack. If you're eating too much, if you're not working enough, it's taking things to the extreme. So someone is trying to tell you, someone is trying to help you. It's like a good friend or a mother-in-law or your mother, or a mentor or a counselor. You have all this tremendous luck, but you are not taking advantage of it because you are out of balance. So dog, let's take a look at the summer aspects and see what we have coming up, because I see another ace and it is a lovely thing. The Ace of Hearts, and it's new love, new hope. If you're in a committed relationship right now, your current love is deepened and the passion reignites. I'm seeing a reunion, like a reuniting with someone from the past. If there was a big fight, you are setting things straight and you're finding a lot of passion. And with the Five of Diamonds, this is the time to move forward. This is the green light card, what I'm calling the green light card. It is indicating that it's time for you to really put your plans into action. So whatever you want, you've got it. You have the Ace of Hearts. You have the lucky card in terms of love. If you want to get back together with that person from the ex, go for it. If you want to work out all the problems in your relationship so that you can have more passion, go for it. It takes communication. It takes guts. It takes knowing what is wrong and sitting down and talking to someone and letting them know how you really feel, you know, giving them the information that they can use in order to make this a better relationship. So this is some really wonderful, wonderful energy for you, dog people. I'm sorry for calling you dog people. It's just easier. So you have this wonderful energy for love in the summertime, and I just love this card. I mean, I wasn't even sure. This card indicates autumn, but yet, you know, it has the starry sky, And the starry sky just reminds me of those hot summer nights when you look up and you're outside the city and all you see is the sky filled with stars, and it's just so summery, it's so romantic. And I may even gander to say that dogs, you may be going out somewhere, spending some time in the outdoors at night, because I keep picturing you out there with that person, sitting there all night staring up at the stars and just talking and talking and talking about whatever comes to mind, and getting close again, reigniting that passion. So it sounds like a wonderfully romantic summer for you. So here in the autumn, we have the 10 of clubs, we have the 8 of clubs, and we have the Jack of hearts. Now, the 10 of clubs is the payoff for hard work. You've been really disciplined about working on something, and it pays off. And we know that it's paid off in your romantic sense. It is entirely possible that you have been working towards a goal in your business and career life as well. Well, this bodes well for that as well. With the 8 of clubs, it's a really powerful money card. It's possible that you could stumble into something, like if you're making YouTube videos or something, let's say, something could go viral. Something could go viral and then make you a big chunk of cash real fast. Or you can find a product that just blows off the shelves and you've made a big chunk of cash so fast. So this is a really, really great omen. The Jack of Hearts is a young person, blonde or silver hair, blue or gray eyes. Could be your child who is spurring you on and helping you with this internet thing. Supposedly is an internet thing, or it could be just sort of a business thing. But nowadays most businesses are online anyways. The 8 is the big material gain. Be careful that it doesn't make you greedy, okay? It also indicates possible gambling wins, but it can make you greedy and it could lead to loss. So if you are going out to Vegas, let's say, and you are gambling, you could win something really big, but then act foolishly and then lose something, lose a lot more than you came with. You've seen that before anyways. So the Jack of Hearts as a young person, as a metaphor, it's flirtation. It's if you're not with someone, there may be somebody that you meet that is just like, you see them across a crowded room and it just gives you sparks, right? It gives you goosebumps. So there may be like a sudden meeting with someone, and it's very light and very flirty. So it's difficult to say whether this is a long-term thing, but there's a lot of, it seems to be there's a lot of fun to do with money, and there is the possibility that they are flirting with you just because they know that you have won a big chunk of money. But, I'm sure that's just for very few people born in the year of the dog. So there is this young person who is flirting with you. There's a nice windfall in the autumn. Could be due to some speculation, but try not to let it go to your head, because we have some sobering cards. Some sobering cards, and the 2 is a no-win situation. And then we have the 5, which is a tough situation. So you have a tough situation and a no-win situation. And, you know, I'm sorry that I'm pausing here. I'm just trying to I'm wondering how you went from lucky spring and lucky summer and really good luck. Well, basically, yes, good luck in the autumn to this really tough situation. The 3 of clubs. Does this give us any clues? We're talking about opportunities for expansion, building on past foundations, things starting to happen, payoff rewards because of the past. Now, okay, it's starting to come to me now. It's starting to coalesce. This is, how do I do it? What do I do now? This is, how do I move from here, you know, from here into the future? And you sort of get stuck, and you don't want to lose all the gains that you've made, but you also don't want this money to sit there when it could be earning you money, right? As an example, you don't want these resources to go to waste, to become stale and stagnant. You want to capitalize on your wins. And so I would not like to see it if this was a situation where you did actually gamble your wins and then lose everything. I see it more as what do I do now in terms of how do I take what I've acquired and make it grow. And it's just causing you some a little bit of frustration because you don't know which way to turn. There are so many different options that you could put these resources towards the future where they would bring you benefit, but at this point in time, you are just really unsure about how to do it, because the 3 is about taking what you have built in the past and making it grow. And then these are 2 cards of anguish. One is saying it's an unfavorable time to push forward. You have to let something go before you can proceed. And this one here is saying that it's it's a situation that needs to be resolved. So I was trying to think about whether or not these could be interpreted in any other ways, but for some reason there are no other messages coming to me. It seems to me like you want to be able to take those resources that you've acquired and put them towards the future, but you just don't know how. So it's not, you know, a big event in the winter that's occupying your mind, but it is kind of a little bit of turmoil there. So there you have it. It seems like the story just ends right in the middle, does it? We want to know what happens next. Well, we're going to have to pick this up at next year's reading and see what happens next spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Thank you for being here, those born in the year of the dog. It was a pleasure reading for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of this. Next week I will be back with the traditional astrological signs as indicators, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye for now. Those born in the year of the dog, it is time to do your Chinese fortune stick reading. So what these are like little bamboo sticks with little sayings on them, very similar to fortune cookies, but without the cookies. So I'm going to shake it up and see which one pops out for you. Okay, let's go. Those born in the year of the dog. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Within a month, you will hear news of great importance. Okay, within a month, you will hear news of great importance. Okay, dog, I hope that I hope that reading was helpful, and I hope that Chinese fortune stick was fun. Thank you so much for being here. Join me again next week when we go back to the regular Western signs, and I will be bringing the March forecast. Okay, thank you so much for being here. See you next time. Those born in the year of the dog, have a great week. Bye for now.